Greetings, visitor. This is the Scriptorium. If you seek the Temple of Revelation, you will find it to the north. Because you must. It is entry and exit. Much of what can be found here better remains unseen. Sight is unnecessary for the work of the halls obscured. Ask what you seek. The Scriptorium was recently breached by one of the subjects from the collections. There is nothing to be concerned about, but it might impact the demeanors of those present here. How else might I help you? Perhaps, if the wizard has procured a mask for himself, did you encounter him? I'm afraid not. The individual in question's record has been expunged. He no longer exists.
A wizard of his standing is not so easily removed from history. Much like a tumor, bits of him are no doubt everywhere.
Of the Scriptorium? In a manner of speaking. Of the halls obscured? No. That would be the Oracle. The Oracle of Well. They manage the halls in the name of he who sees and is not seen.
Another zealot in service to the ghosts of Anguith.
If the Oracle wishes to commune with you, they will do so. I will provide what answers I can. We record what occurs within the halls, whereas the wings contain those things redacted from the world above. The Scriptorium keeps the history of the halls themselves. The archives contain the sum whole of the historical record of Aora, both the original drafts and the edits. Further, they contain a number of unusual and interesting artifacts. I believe that we are in possession of one of the warrior Riona's boots.
I don't remember what the reference is there.
The collections store those individuals and creatures determined to be detrimental to Aora and the work of the gods.
Said as if they are one and the same.
Rather than allow the redacted materials to go to waste, we revise and anthologize, occasionally releasing amended texts. A womb, perhaps, but not the fetus. The Hand Occult no more possesses a center than Well does. Decades. I would have to consult the records to provide a more precise answer. Her interest lay in the arcane applications of the Titan. The Oracle has determined that her studies benefit Well.
That is hardly comforting.
How else might I help you? The Titan rests beneath the facility. Its ties to the halls obscured have grown extensive over time. Of course, as are you, as am I. She generally limits her excursions to the archives, though she was recently working at the Trephine. She respects our work, so the Oracle allows her limited access to the archives and Scriptorium. They have established an accord.
Well then.
I'm here. At once.
Everything's shook. How long have I been down here? Too long and long enough. Yet that's not occurred before. Everything's moving in the darkness. Things watch. Something's changed. There's an incinerator. This seems like a really dumb thing to do. Godlike's horn glows, first purple then bright red before erupting a shower of sparks that spray the floor around the brazier.
What can I do? Absolutely.
There's inheritance. I presume there's another artifact in the other wing then that leads. An easy feeling comes over you. You realize the pack is quivering gently but insistently. Oh gods, it's the egg. Is that you in there? You open your pack, the leering skull opens its eyes and shakes its head somehow and glances nervously towards the unseen depths of your belongings.
For once, it appears I am not the sole horror of your belongings.
What's the egg? Hands brush against what feels like moist eggshell still warm from the departure of the erstwhile occupant. Eyeball slowly opens, then another, then another. Then another. Something pokes its head out and opens its tiny jaws, revealing a row of pointed teeth that lets out a triumphant chirp. A pet called Dorana. Come along then. You find rats, you're welcome aboard Barrett's wheel. Creature runs its tongue on its teeth, it chirps again before driving back into the warm safety of your pack.
Hey, it's looking at me. And also at you.
Look into this.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
What?
Oh, hell. Slamming the door on someone the moment she walks through it ain't like to make her feel real welcome.
Yes?
Table the discussion for a second, Len. It seems the collection spat out our mutual friend in one piece. And it spat you out with company. The prisoners who survived the ordeal can start anew. Aora needs more good ideas out in the wild, don't you think?
Have you made any headway in locating our wayward archmage?
The Collections is a festering pit of cruelty and manipulation. I'm lucky to have made it out with my senses intact.
You raise an interesting point. How would you even know if the collections had gotten under your skin, huh? Can you trust anything you wrote in that journal you carry around?
Everything in here is the truth. I chronicle it all myself. Yeah, gods, I hope so.
You know what? Ignore my ramblings. If you got it down on parchment, then I'm sure your account is verifiable.
No progress on Maura, then? Maura
yeah.
is tenacious and reckless. She won't hesitate to unleash horror upon the world if it would serve her purposes. And she won't stop until she's secured her goal. I encourage you to hurry.
While you were on Maura's trail, we've learned a bit more about our unusual environs. A finger of the Hand Occult has kept this place going with a skeleton crew of librarians, archivists, and muscle. But they aren't the ones controlling the body. Something else is running the halls obscured independently, and doing a decent job of it.
Your definition of what constitutes decency is dubious at best.
Well, these halls are more lively than most of the abandoned sanctums I've visited.
Collections weren't short on prisoners or a means of controlling them.
Something here is invested in maintaining old projects. Whoever they are, they haven't seen fit to show their face.
Stay on task, Tane. Regardless of how interesting this sanctum's keepers may be, Maura's whereabouts remain our chief concern.
Go to the archives.
Given Maura's proclivities, your best option is likely to be...
These are words in a sudden rush of essence. The energy tears your attention towards a disturbance in the center of the antechamber. A disturbance of presence. Something's wrong.
Indeed.
As you approach the pool, an unpleasant weight goes in the pit of your stomach. It feels like the moment the floor gives out beneath you just before the plunge, somewhere suspended in time. A sensation like static electricity tingles before your skin. Across your skin. A whirling vortex of essence twists within the pool. It does not stir the water around it in the slightest. Lingrath and Tane watch you from afar, the latter's expression bright with undisguised curiosity. Lingrath's countenance in your hand remains characteristically guarded. Examine the vortex. I don't know shit about it.
Looks like water to me.
Unusual arcane energy emanates from the pool. If the Watcher can see it, I suspect it's some form of window into the divine realms.
We're about to talk to Val.
That was my second guess.
Feels real old and quiet, Watcher. Like a doorway to an ancient tomb.
You think maybe it's the soul of some fish? Hey, Watcher, fishes got souls, don't they?
No, there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It reaches back towards you, tendrils of soul energy interlacing with the prodding edges of your own spirit. The coils of essence tighten, grasping at your soul, pulling on you as you've heard the souls pulled at the soul of others. The vision blurs as the in-between leaks into your perception of the here. This is very wordy, and I'm not very good at talking out loud. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read all this. It's like water slowing away, melting into the empty blackness of the in-between. Not quite empty, no. The fleshy, undulating tendrils of the body of Wal remain, almost aglow in the darkness. I want to talk to Wal. The entity's presence press against the edge of your mind of your soul, resulting in a soundless voice in the back of your head.
You see, but are also seen, as is your trespass.
You think you can see us? Ah, another involuntary invitation to another world. And I'm to assume this eyeball is to blame?
Certainly ain't the kind of eyes a gal wants to get lost in.
On your guard, Watcher.
What are you? interloper.
I'd be surprised how often we get that. Yeah.
We meant not your species, God touched. That is not the knowledge we seek. You intrude upon the resting place of WoW and soil these collections with your filthy fingers. We would know. Are you one more wizard in pursuit of unearned power? Or something other?
I am a wizard, though. At least I was in the last game. I'm the Herald of Barath.
Death's touch finds no welcome in these halls. You have proven yourself a murderer and a thief. We cannot allow you to enter the body, nor to visit harm upon it. Your destructive trespass within these halls cannot be forgiven. Farewell.
We have to fucking kill it now?
Eyes open.
Wits of their eyes.
It's not very perceptive for something that's... Its field of vision goes that way for some reason. Need to kill that observer first.
What can I do?
Because that thing's probably fine. That thing might be really powerful, but it's the observer's I-beam thing that I'm really worried about.
At once.
There we go.
Take this.
No, I cannot do that.
I hate that auto-lock beam that will just follow you anywhere. That's kind of unfair. Even if I'm like invisible and teleporting, like it'll just... It's kind of bad. Interrupt please there. Dead. No, don't do that, don't do that. Oh shit. So the observer's dead.
bump on a pickle.
Oh, she's back. Let's get a gambit going. In fact, the killing blow thing might be useful here. It was not useful. Okay.
Stand together. That hit true. Sounds about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Doing the job.
Not very helpful.
Why is it there on fire?
Isn't doing the job.
useful as a bum.
Anger and pale roils off the sagging entity sweeping over you.
Unacceptable!
The entity covers one of its eye stalks, glaring balefully at you.
You are defeated. Impede us no further.
You disrupt our precious library, spoil our artifacts, and yet expect release? We should...
The creature winces with every eye.
Fine! Go! We release you! Interfere no further!
Be seeing you. Be seeing you.
Feeling very clever today, I see.
They like that. Entity blinks at you.
Go! Flee! Escape! Abscond! Issue forth!
You okay there? Looking...
He stifles it.
I suppose I should have expected Wal would leave something behind to guard this place. For now, you must get to the archives. So long as Maura has free reign of this place, Aora remains in grave danger.
Let's rest with Williams here.
What you want, Groundstink? Got something you want to forget, huh? Want to escape? Go live in dreams? New drugs ready for sampling. Sleep well, idiot.
Resistance to intellect affections hasn't been really a problem so far. Like I
Indeed.
I'm willing to bet the librarians will be hostile now. See if I get jumped for walking.
How may I help? I'll see what I can find. No trouble at all.
No, no, I'm still here. That's cool. Is this door open yet? Incredibly complex mechanism seals the door, standing impenetrably before you. Its gears, rods, and tumblers rival the innards of a construct for intricacy. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
I'm here.
Apply fungicide to it. For a moment, nothing happens. We lost the fungicide. As you lay, the thickest strand of the column begins to dim, the fading clearness is spreading outwards, upwards, and downward through the stalk.
Seemed kinda sickly, didn't it?
Oh?
So we cured it then, kind of.
Of course.
Sword, close to it then, apparently.
Aye.
Seems to find the key.
Dim in the lantern.
Indeed.
Who comes to muddy the light?
Well, they're hostile, so
I'm here.
you can have a drop on them, with any luck. Let me try to sneak
Certainly.
past them.
gods see fractured souls, but they don't care for them. Damaged, broken people are abandoned by their makers to twist in the wind, given no... Sucker, no relief. Would an intentionally fractured soul be similarly inconsequential to them? I will use their apathy against them. I will make their disdain serve me.
There's another two. Let's try to drop one of these guys.
I need to try something else.
Worth and rough.
Watch your fire.
Lava beyond seek.
Mode. No use. Stand together. Exceed honor.
Worth and rough. Beyond seek.
It is no use. I cannot talk to you. As one.
Worth and rough. Lava beyond seek.
That was about as useful as a bump on a
He's
pickle.
okay. It's fine.
This is testing my endurance.
bloom may be grafted from one tree to the trunk of another, and in time, they'll bear sweeter fruit together than either might have alone. Mightn't it be possible, then, to graft a scion soul to the rootstock of a willing kith? The souls wouldn't fracture, but coalesce. They'd grow stronger together.
I'd be glad to.
Let's look around a bit more first.
Nice and quiet.
It's just for their books, really.
Hey.
Oh. Hi.
Hey.
Wild heap of spore flesh ripples in agitation from the depths of a furry membrane. The long stalk emerges onto the mushroom vaguely shaped like an eyeball. The eyeball starts to be sloughing off and rolling away, leaving behind a wet trail of slime. It's so beautiful. Greetings. Its brokenly stiffens, ripples of unease roll travel down its flesh.
We are the Archmage Lengrath.
You're what?
What are you?
I'm very uncomfortable. The fleshy membrane expects the air around you.
Godlike. Credible. Conspicuous. Your vessel essence is compatible with Lengrath's song. Now you will accept our excrescence.
Why do you think you're Lengrath?
We know we are Lengrath. Lengrath is a thought line stretching between gardens, and our roots have touched his oldest song.
His?
Unproductive to debate with a vessel. You will understand shortly when your song joins ours.
That is the only thing I haven't had high enough diplomacy for yet. Which I guess would make it the highest stat check in the game.
There is only one way. We must escape the prison, and your water will give us the strength to move on.
I'm no one's vessel. Oh Christ. You confirm my suspicion here and say that.
Stand together!
This is futile!
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. No, Ixie, oh no.
Me.
Come on! Can't make a dent. There's a walloping.
Mow it.
Word of Tanroth. Lava beyond seek. Yeah.
Some damage spike.
That hit true.
This thing isn't doing the job. Ha!
It's been near death for like 5 minutes now.
Need something stronger. Yeah. There's a walloping.
Nora's infested Grimlock. Nora's grasping tentacle is a new one.
Grafted soul is obscured from the sight of the gods. It spreads freely like a blood fever, but doesn't kill its host. No, I will be a fever of the spirit. Invisible, unstoppable, eternal.
So I'm just missing volume 2, I think.
Yeah, right away.
Spore encrusted key for a spore encrusted door.
A shadow comes to muddy the light.
She doesn't rush them.
We got trouble, folks.
I did not con this spell speak. Lava beyond Master.
Sender cannot.
Oh, damn easy. Rune-etched medallion hangs against the breastplate of his blood-red armor, secured on its gorget by a steel plane.